All right, everybody, now you should have all of your squares into one big, large quilt. We only have 2 steps left. We're almost done. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the entire perimeter with that 1/4 inch seam allowance. And just like when we came to those other seams, all we're gonna do is press these apart when we get to them and keep sewing. Don't start on a corner. Start somewhere randomly on the side before we make our way all the way around. Let's get going. Now that we have our border that's gone all the way around, we are at our final step. You're gonna wanna get a good pair of fabric scissors or just really sharp scissors. I bought these pair that are specifically, they said that they're for rag quilts, but it's just supposed to be a really nice sharp pair to make it easier. We'll see. But all we're gonna do now is go around and we're gonna cut about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch in all of these raw seams. And from what I've been told, this is the most cumbersome, tedious part. But we're gonna go on all the parts where these meet, as well as the perimeter. The only thing you wanna be extremely cautious of is you wanna cut slits just before the stitches. We do not wanna cross over to where your stitches are, because then that's gonna jeopardize the strength and integrity of your quilt. Let's get cutting. So I had to hop in and cut a little just to test it out myself. It's easier if you fold your row completely over, so then your seam is nice and flat again, so you can cut on both sides. There we go. About 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch, give or take. And this is what's gonna be nice and frayed. And we're just gonna keep it going. But as I mentioned, you're better off folding it in half or folding it down your seam and then cutting both sides as you go. That took significantly longer than I expected. And those scissors worked out really well. I would say like 3/4 of the way through. And for some reason, the last 1/4 of it, they were like getting stuck. So I don't know if there's where I need to oil it or what, but that's later's problem. Nevertheless, that's it, guys. Once you've cut all the perimeter and then cut all of your lines in between, you've finished your rag quilt. And I will say the more you use it and the more you wash it, the more this fray will really stand out and really be defined. I hope you guys had fun. If you do it, please share. I'd love to see. This one's mine. Ta-da! I'll put a better picture in the end. Happy sewing. What is happening?